Hello everyone, this is Jean. I haven't been creating for quite a while now. It must be nearly 3 months. I just haven't felt like it. Haven't been able to even bear to go into my craft room. In order to try and get myself out of this block, I decided one of the things I would do was to go back and look at some things that I hadn't finished. And I think last year, it might even have been the year before, I made a series of ATCs about Halloween. Not really traditional Halloween. The ATCs were based on a poem I wrote, which was one of a series of poems about the 8 pagan festivals, of which Halloween is one. I'm not a pagan, but I am interested in the natural cycles of birth and death and the seasons, and I get a lot of inspiration from that. I will put the poem at the end of the video for anyone who wants to see it. You can pause the video and you'll be able to read the poem. I've just finished them today. As I say, they're not traditional Halloween cards, but they're all to do with the season of Halloween, the end of October, the beginning of winter, all that sort of thing. So I'll show them one at a time. I can't show you how I made them because I made them last year. This year all I've done is finish them off, put borders on. The backgrounds of the cards were all from a mission inspiration piece that I did some time ago, and I did a practice piece, a piece that didn't really work out, and so I used lots of bits from that and the background from that in order to make the Halloween card. So the first card sets the scene. It is Halloween. I did that with embossing powder, white embossing powder, the word. This first verse of the poem talks about the end of summer and the final harvest, and I didn't know how to represent that, but I had some washi tape here, and so I decided to stick that on and then just to write a little bit. I've written a little bit from each verse on each card so that I know which is which, and this says Last of Summer's Green. The second one is actually about the resting of the land, the fact that there's coldest days are to come, but you get these lovely misty mornings and spiders' webs on the hedges and smoky bonfires and that sort of thing. The evening smoky haze is what it says, and I'm trying to convey that sort of cold, crisp evenings, bonfires and things that you get at Halloween. The next one is sort of traditional Halloween. I used this image on the Mission Inspiration page, so that's why I used it here. I've just written underneath, remember those departed, because that's a lot of what goes on at Halloween and at the time of Halloween, because although Halloween is one day, the Halloween is a season really, and it will include Remembrance Day. And the whole idea of Halloween is that you remember those people who you have lost. So, a lot of the jokey imagery of Halloween is skulls and graves and so on. But it is actually a serious time in a way. It is remembering those people who are no longer with us. A time to read the omens, this says. And I know people don't approve, a lot of people don't approve of fortune telling and so on, and I'm not really talking about fortune telling here. But it isn't really trying to see the future. It's a time when you've got time to sit and think about what you're going to do in the future, make plans, plan your garden, plan what you're going to do creatively or whatever. So yes, it is meant to represent a witch with their crystal ball, but that's not really what it's about for me. This is traditional Halloween. Trick or treat, it says it's mischief night, which is again is traditional, and although we tend to think of trick or treat as something fairly modern, it's always been a time when people played tricks on each other and did silly things and so on, so this is representing that silliness of Halloween. This one, I don't know, it's clearer in real life than it is on the camera actually. It is a tree losing its leaves. It says, "From skeletons of trees, the last leaves fly." And actually we're having quite a late autumn this year, but quite often by Halloween the leaves have gone from the trees, and it is that change of season. Toadstools, which you see a lot at this time of year, sort of warm autumn evenings is the time when toadstools pop up all over the place. It says toadstools, life bursting from decay, because the thing about toadstools is that they are growing because other things have died. And I think that sort of represents the whole idea of Halloween for me, that's what this time of year is about. It's about regeneration, it's about winter coming and things dying, and then in the spring everything will come back again. So toadstools are definitely around at this time of year, and yeah, they represent for me the fact that things need to die in order for other things to grow. And then this one, this is the last one, this gave me a bit of trouble. The poem, the verse is about the end of a cycle, a grieving time in a way, but ends on a note of hope, because it ends with buds lie underneath the blackened leaves, which they do, and I had not noticed that until fairly recently. And if you go out and you look at trees that are nearly finished losing their leaves, where the leaves are going off the tree, there are buds underneath. And that was an amazement to me when I discovered it, when I actually noticed it, because it's just something I'd not thought about before. I'd always thought of buds coming in the spring, but actually the buds are there. They're already there underneath the leaves before the leaves fall off. So that's my very short video about Halloween, my ATCs on Halloween, and I'm sorry I couldn't show you how I made them, but I think they're all fairly explanatory. As I say, the background was already there, and as I say, I mean, I wrote the poem, it must be 15 years ago at least, and I was trying to just remind myself about Halloween. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my Halloween ATCs. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and press that little bell icon if you want notification of future videos. I hope I'll be back soon. I have got a couple of videos planned and one already prepared, but I just haven't put a voiceover on it yet. So there will be some more videos coming up. And I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while, but hopefully I'm back into it now. And I have spent the whole afternoon doing various crafts, including finishing off these ATCs. So hopefully I've turned a corner, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.